Sir, you can start,
Yeah,
sir.
okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm just starting now. Just confirm me. Can you able to see live board?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, I will just revise after once. So first let me derive from this equation. This is equation 14 derived from component A, and equation 15 is for component B. Just we replicated that 14 equation with respect to B component. Okay, now the next step is to add equation 14 and 15. Sure. 14 and 15. Now we have to add equation 14 and 15. These are the both equations. So here dou y dou x of, I'm just multiplying MA with each term. Uh, Meaning we have to just multiply MA with NAX and MA with NAY and also MA with NAZ. Okay, these three terms are applicable for MA, and at the same time MB with NBX, the same MB with NBY, the same NB with NBZ. Okay, I'm just multiplying and then writing here. So dou by dou x of dou by dou x of MA into NAX plus MB. Okay, just adding equation 14 and 15. MB into NBX. Okay, this is for first term. Okay, with respect to x coordinate system. Then next one. So dou by, live board is not working since internet is not good. Just bear with me. So next step I am writing here dou by dou y of MA into MA into NAY plus MB into NBY. Okay, then next step is for the Z component dou by dou Z of MA NAZ plus MB NBZ. Okay, this is overall for three components. The left out terms will be only same equation. It is a quite big equation, so I'm writing in three slides this one. So left out terms will be rho A plus rho B from equation 15. So rho A plus rho B divided by dou T is equal to minus RA MA plus minus RB MB. So if you just assume that there is no chemical reaction present in our system, so this equation, the right hand side equation will be just equal to 0. Okay, we can assume that based on there is no chemical reaction in an operation, we can assume that there is no RA terms, reaction terms, and only we will consider only the physical terms, okay, which are mass transfer terms. Similarly, the same equation, when we neglect the reaction, so it will become dou by dou x of MA NAX plus MB nbx. Okay, this is the first term which is left from the previous equation. So dou by dou y, dou by dou y of ma nax plus mb nbx. This is the second term which is left. uh, nby, this is a y term, so nby plus third term I'm writing in the next slide. So third term left over is dou by dou y, dou by dou z, third term, into ma naz plus mb nbz. Internet connection is not good, just my writing is not coming properly in Blackboard. Just bear with this one. So last term is dou rho by dou t. Okay, rho is nothing but a overall composition, rho a plus rho b. Dou rho by dou t is equal to, we already neglected the chemical reaction, so we'll write directly 0. Okay, this is the equation. So we have to give an equation. I guess this is equation number, yeah, this is 15, then that we will give a 16, equation number 16, including the previous slide also with a different color. So this overall equation is equation 16. So then we already known from the fluid mechanics that sum of the mass velocities is equal to the total mass velocity. Then what is the mass velocity? It is just indicated with the letter capital G, whose units are kg per meter square second. These are the units of mass velocity. So from the component law, just the composition law, we can write G, total mass velocity, is equal to mass velocity of component A plus mass velocity of component B. So only two components are there for in your system. So we can assume that the total mass velocity is equal to mass velocity of A plus mass velocity of B. Then what is mass velocity? So mass velocity is nothing but density multiplied by just velocity, a normal velocity. So which is rho into u is nothing but g, density multiplied by velocity. Normal velocity is nothing but mass velocity. How it is coming? We can verify with units. Density will have a units of kg per meter cube, and velocity will have a units of mass per second. So we can cancel out the meter, then left out term will be kg per meter square second. So this is the units of mass velocity. So units are we will have a same units of mass velocity. So we can use this formula, G is equal to Ga plus Gb, using the solution law. Then in the normal term, G is equal to rho into, when we are writing for x component, so density will be same whether it's maybe in x component or y component or z direction. Okay, density will be same. So we are just writing rho. We need not to provide rho x, rho y, rho z, because in any direction density is constant. We already assume that density is constant. So for the velocity, since it is a vector, okay, density is a scalar whereas velocity is a vector, so we need to indicate direction clearly. This vector is present in x direction or y direction or z direction. So general mass velocity rho into ux. This is the equation from G is equal to Ga plus Gb. We have to write in this form, this equation. So G is equal to rho into, for the x component we are writing. So vector velocity is in x direction. Vector velocity is in x direction. Rho into ux is equal to, for Ga, mass velocity of component A plus component B. For GA, we can write it as rho A into UAX. Since it's a vector, we have to indicate with some component direction. So it is rho A into UAX plus for the component B, it is rho B into UBX. We can give. Okay, rho A into UAX plus rho B into UBX. We just indicate that. So now we have to differentiate. Okay, this is for X component. So for the Y component, we can write, so we will give one equation number to this. So I think this is equation number 16 or 17. This one, the overall equation is, this one is 17. I am giving G is equal to GA plus GB. So that is nothing but total mass velocity is equal to mass velocity of component A plus mass velocity of component B. For the expansion of this equation, which is in X direction, I am just giving this equation as equation number 18. So for the X component of this mass velocity, we are writing equation 18. Then the next component is for Y direction. So it can also be written in the form of Y direction. So which is rho into U Y we are writing here. So rho Y is equal to rho A into U A component we are writing UAY plus rho B into UBY. We have to write for the Y component. So this is equation number 18, I guess. Yes, this is equation number 18. Okay, then next, okay, this is equation number 19. This is equation number 19. Then we have to write for the Z component. Same equation, G is equal to GA plus GB. We have to apply for Z direction. So now it will become rho into UZ, which is nothing but G, is equal to, for A component, rho A into UZ, UAZ plus for the B component, rho B into UBZ. So this is equation, writing in different color. This is equation number 20. Equation number 20. For the 3 direction and for 2 components, we already written the required equation in the form of total mass velocities. So now what we have to do, differentiate equation. The next step is differentiate equation 18. Okay, equation 18 with respect to what? With respect to X direction. Okay, equation 18 is written for X components, so we have to differentiate with X direction. When we are differentiating equation 19, we have to differentiate with respect to Y direction, since that equation is written for Y component. Okay, so we will differentiate equation 18 with respect to X. So equation 18 is this one. So rho into, I am writing once again equation 18. What is equation 18? Clearly, then we can differentiate. So rho into Ux is equal to rho A UA X plus rho B UB X. Okay, this is equation 18, already there in the previous slides. Just you can go through. Now we have to differentiate this. So how to differentiate? From the variable separables, we can differentiate 2 of the variables. How we can differentiate? But first we can put the first variable outside the differential. So rho into dou ux by dou y or dou x, plus the second variable we can put outside, which is ux into dou rho by dou x, which is equal to this. So now once again we have to assume certain assumptions here. So see, this slide. I'm just confused. Okay, now you can see here. This is not equation 18. So equation 17 will be same. For the equation 18, we have to apply one assumption here. So see, units of rho A into UA is equal to kg per meter cube into meter per second, kg meter per second. Whereas MA into NAX, okay, what we will get for MA into NAX? I'm just adding one more slide here. Then what about MA into NA? We can check units. So MA is measured in kg per kg mole or gram per gram mole. Into NA is kg per kg mole or in divided by meter square per second. We can just cancel out the mole term. Left out terms will be kg per meter square second. So it is same as the mass velocity. Okay, we can write this is equation 18. So we can write this whole equation is also equal to ma molecular weight of A into Na. Since this is we are writing in x direction, so we have to write flux also in the x direction, Ma into Na x. So for B, similarly for B, Mb into Nbx. So this is overall equation 18. This assumption we have to apply here. Then similarly here also in this 18 we have to just equate this equation for Ma. For the A component of molecular weight is same, Ma into Na. This is for Y component, we have to write Y plus, writing is not coming clearly, just writing this. So this one, see here, rho B is there, rho B into UB Y. This whole term is equal to MA into NA Y. Since this is a Y component of flux we are writing, so NA Y we have to write, and which is also equal to plus MB into NB Y. Okay, this is equation 19. And similarly here also we have to just equate this rho into UZ is equal to also equal to MA into NAZ. Okay, already MA into NAZ plus MB into NBZ. Okay, this is the equation 20. Then now we have to differentiate this equation 18 with respect to x coordinate. So how we can differentiate it? So we will neglect this in between terms. So now we have to differentiate. So variable, from the variable separable, first variable we will keep outside the derivative. Dou ux, for the x component we are just differentiating. So dou ux by dou x is equal to, so for the next equation terms we are differentiating. So dou of Ma into NaX plus Mb into NBX. Okay, for these variables you just refer notes. My writing is not coming yet because lack of internet, proper internet connection. So Ma into NaX plus Mb into NBX divided by dou x. So we will differentiate this equation. Now here from the variable separable we can write the other variable dou ux dou rho by dou x. So this is from variable separables. You can verify from mathematical formulas how can we separate these variables, which are also two variables, not even one constant. So now we have to differentiate equation 19. Equation 19 is regarding same variable separable. Rho we will keep outside and differentiate one of the variable, which is uy divided by with respect to dou y, plus, and second variable is uy. Then we will differentiate density dou rho by dou y, which is equal to dou of ma na y plus mb nb y divided by dou y. With respect to y we have to differentiate. So similarly for the next z component also the same thing. So we have to differentiate equation 20. Yes, equation 20. Similarly from the variable separable, it is rho. First variable we will keep outside and next variable sorry, we will differentiate. Then dou uz by dou z plus the next variable we will keep outside of derivative and dou rho by dou z, which is whole term is equal to dou by dou z. We have to differentiate with respect to z, then which is ma into na z component plus mb into na z component. So these are equations we have to give. This is 21 and this is equation 21 and this is equation 22. This is equation 23. Okay, these three equations we already obtained. Now what does this equation means? So this equation 21, 22, 23, what does this means? This whole quantity rho dou ux by dou x plus ux dou rho by dou x is equal to this quantity. So molecular weight multiplied by flux. Okay, similarly this is also same. So molecular weight into flux derivative of these terms with the respective coordinates is equal to derivatives of the mass velocities. Okay, now instead of these using dou ma nay plus dou mb nby divided by dou y, we just replace the term with this equation LHS term. In the same, in the 21 we will just replace this term with this term, and in 22 we will replace with this term, and 23 we will replace with this term, and all this needs to be substituted in the already derived equation, which is equation 16, I guess. Yes, in this equation we have to just input all the variables, all the other variables we have to input. So this equation is nothing but combination of this slide and this slide. Okay, we have to substitute here all these equations from equation 20 to 23. So now we have to do submit, right, changing the color. Submit equation 21, 22, 23 in equation 16. Okay, this is the operation. Next we have to perform submit equation 21, 22, 23 in equation 16. Then what will happen? Okay, what is equation 16? Just we quickly go through that equation first. So equation 16 is nothing but dou by dou x, changing color, dou by this equation. So dou by dou x of ma nax plus mb nbx. This is for x component. So instead, in place of this, we have to write equation 21. Okay, equation 21 is this one. Okay, this is there we have this one. So instead of in this, we have to write this one there. Okay, so next in the equation 16, see, this is for y component. Okay, in place of this, we have to substitute equation 22. This one, equation 22. Okay, there it is there in that equation. So instead of this, we have to substitute this LHS term. Okay, instead of this RHS term, we have to substitute this LHS term. Similarly, in equation 16, for the z component, see here the z component is Na into Naz plus Mb into Nbz. Instead of this, we have to substitute equation 23. Yeah, equation 23. Okay, in place of this RHS term which is present in equation 16, we have to substitute this equation there. So now we have to substitute there. So this operation we are right now performing. Substitute equation 21, 22, 23 in equation 16. So now what will happen? So instead of writing dou by dou x of ma into nax plus mb into mbx, we will just write from the variable separable rho into dou ux divided by dou x plus ux into dou rho by dou x. This is for x component. Similarly, for y component in the equation 16, we have to write rho into dou uy divided by dou x, dou y, sorry, dou y. This is, since we are writing for y component, so this is uy into dou rho by dou y. Okay, just simple this is, because when we are writing for x component this equation, just we have to substitute y and z in the respect to other variables. Just simple it is. Then continuation of this equation, I'm going to the next slide. So the next term for the z direction is rho into uz, dou uz by dou z plus uz into dou rho by dou z, and the left out term from the equation 16 is rho term, dou rho by dou t, which is an unsteady state. So which is equal to 0, since we already neglected the reaction is 0. We consider reaction is 0. So we will give some equation number to this one. So 23 up to 23 we already given the equation numbers. So this is equation number 24. I am writing here. This is equation 24. Okay. Now just we simplify this equation just by separating all the density variables. You can see here there are density terms in the three here. One density term is there. Here in the component y, one density term is there. Here in component z, one density term is there. So density, 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 we can take it outside. We can just take it common. So we will write here rho into dou ux by dou x plus dou uy by dou y plus dou uz by dou z. Okay, this is the terms, left out terms after we took common density as a common variable. So left out terms from these equations are, see, we already substitute taken out these row terms. The left out terms will be uz terms and ux term, uy term. So these left out terms will be, here we have to substitute. So ux into dou rho by dou x plus uy dou rho by dou y plus, I am writing in the next slide. So dou rho by dou y. Then next one is uz dou rho by dou z, and further one more left out term is dou rho by dou t, and which is equal to 0. So we can give this equation number 25. This is 25 we can give. This is equation number 25. So now already we defined what are the variables already kept. This is the final equation. Okay, almost this is the final equation. The row terms we already separated outside. And this is the velocity terms. Three terms will be there for the three directions, and one is the unsteady state term, dou rho by dou t. Now we have to make certain assumptions. In order to get a continuity equation, we have to make certain assumptions. Consider the process is steady state. These are the assumptions. Okay, I am writing clearly these assumptions. First, we already made the assumption that reaction, no reaction. Assumptions. Okay, it is not clear. Just I am also telling you more. So assumptions. The first assumption is no reaction. No reaction. We already assumed. Therefore, we kept our RHS term as 0. And second is the process is at steady state. I am just writing SS. So when process is at steady state what does it means? Nothing but any variable which is independent of time. So independent of time is we can only time dependent variable in our equation is this term dou rho by dou t. So we can write dou rho by dou t is equal to 0. So we already assumed that our dou rho by dou t is equal to 0. And the last assumption is consider the total density is constant and solution density is uniform. Okay, density is uniform. Uniform means independent of spatial coordinates, nothing but independent of spatial coordinates. Okay, then see, we already have to apply the assumptions. So now already applying the assumptions, going to the previous one. So for the first term, which is saying that it is steady state. Steady state means we have to strike out this term, which is 0. We have to consider steady state. And next assumption, already we defined the chemical reaction is 0. And the next assumption is we are considering density is uniform. So this term will be 0. This term will be 0, dou rho by dou t, independent of spatial coordinates, independent of x, y, z direction. So this term is also 0. Now the left out term is only one thing, that is this one. So this is the continuity equation. So I am writing the left out terms here. The left out term is only rho into dou ux by dou x plus dou uy by dou y plus dou uz by dou z is equal to 0. So instead of keeping rho in the LHS side, we can transfer it to the RHS side, which is 0. So final equation will be this one. So dou ux by dou x plus dou uy by dou y plus dou uz by dou z is equal to 0. So this is called continuity equation for the 3 dimension. This is called continuity equation. Okay, and I will just quickly revise from the starting onwards. Just see it. This equation, when you understand, it will be very clear and it will be very easy. If you don't understand any of the steps, you can't derive, you can't reduce the final equation. Now you can see I am using a different color. So the first continuity equation derivation starts from here. So first we have to give a spatial coordinate system x, y, z direction. Need not be this direction, x and y and z need not to be in these directions only. We can choose any direction. Okay, x, y direction. For the simplicity, I am just choosing This is x, this is z, and this is y. Then after choosing the spatial coordinates, then we will just draw a cuboid. Okay, we just assume there is a cuboid which is 6 faces already there in a 3 dimension. In this 3 dimension, we have to assume which direction is applicable to which dimension. So for the x direction, which is seeing diagonal to the x and z direction, y direction, which is seeing diagonal, which is towards diagonal to the x and z direction. So we are considering this as delta y. So this is horizontal direction is nothing but delta x. Oh, okay, so this is x direction. We are considering the width of that particular cuboid from the origin to the end point is nothing but a delta x. The change happening in that place is called a delta x. Then the vertical region. So since this is in z direction, we are considering this as delta z. Okay, this is the coordinate system we have to fix. Now in the x direction, already flux is moving, some part of component is moving. So in that direction, so flux is a component, x component. This is nax we are writing, which indicates nax means flux, nax means flux of component x, and slash x, which means direction. It shows the direction in which side the flux is moving. Okay, since it is moving in the x direction and starting from the origin means we send just simply x. It is moving in the x direction, and finally it is coming out at the end of the cuboid in the x direction, means we have to write nax at x plus delta x, this one. Similarly, the same case is applicable for y direction and z direction. So okay, then we have to go for the mass balance equation. We already know what is the mass balance equation. So rate of mass output minus rate of mass input is equal plus rate of mass accumulation is equal to rate of mass generation. In the symbolic manner, we just define what is these rates are. So in the symbolically, we define that equation 1 in the form of m dot. M dot is equal to m dot is nothing but a mass rate which has a units of kg per second. Okay, which is having a units of kg per second or gram per second. Units of kg per second or gram per second. So m dot out minus m dot in plus m dot accumulation is equal to m dot generation. So we have written that equation and given the equation number 2. Then m dot in, each term in this one we have to expand that one. What are these terms according to our nomenclature in the cuboid? So m dot input, so m dot is nothing but we already defined, it will come into the kg per second terms or the gram per second terms. So we have to multiply with certain variables so that we can get some relationship with m dot in terms of fluxes. The flux has a units of mole per meter square second. So for the flux, we have to multiply with area. Then this meter square and meter square will be cancelled, and the left out terms only mole per second. Left out terms will be only mole per second. Then we have to multiply with a molecular weight so that it will become gram per second. So how it will become? Molecular weight will have units of gram per mole and multiplied with flux into area, which will give the units kgs per or gram per second. So this is the unit for uh, rate of mass. So m dot is equal to, overall we have written here, m dot is equal to m dot is equal to m into n into a. So now we will expand this. What are these terms? So in terms of for a component we are writing, so m dot inside, which is going inside. Inside means, which is going inside means the origin we have taken only the x component here. This is the origin inside, and outside we are taking x plus delta x, and for the y direction we are taking um, y plus delta y, and z direction we are taking z plus delta z for the output, whereas for input x y z we are just considering. So this equation describes that one. So m dot inside we have to write in terms of these variables. Molecular weight already conforms to this ma, and na in the x direction, since we are writing for the x direction, we have to use x component nax at x, since it is at input. So this is at input, so we have to write this one nax. So then multiplied by area, so cross sectional area we have to use. Therefore the flux is moving towards the x direction, means we have to use the cross-sectional area. So cross-sectional area of that x direction is nothing but this delta y into delta z. For the y component, similarly, we will apply the flux in the y direction at y origin y, since it is at input, multiplied by the area delta x into delta z, plus we have to include the third component or the third direction Na in the z component at z origin input into delta x into delta y. Then we have to go for the next one, m dot out. Next variable is m dot out, output. So just simply from the last slide, just we can notice everything, every variable will be same except one thing is different. So it is inside, so origin will be at x. So these variables are outside, means the origin, the outside component is x plus delta x. Every variable is same except this x plus delta x, y plus delta y, and z plus delta z. So we have to just consider this notation scheme. Then the next term is m dot accumulation. So accumulation will only happen in the total volume of that reactor or a bowl or that cuboid. Okay, it doesn't happen in one direction or other direction. Every direction it is possible. Therefore, overall mass we will consider. Change in the mass, overall mass, with respect to the time. So mass is nothing but density is nothing but mass divided by volume. So mass is equal to density to volume, we can write. So this is the overall equation for the accumulation. Then we can separate out the volume. Total volume of cuboid or a reactor or a bowl is constant. So we can take it out from the differentiation. The left out term will be volume multiplied by dou rho A by dou T. So volume of the cuboid is delta x into delta y into delta z. We have written it here. Then m dot generation. This is for generation term. When generation term, we are assuming that there is some mass formation inside it. For example, when we are supplying the 100 kgs or some 200 kgs inside, in the ideal conditions, in the ideal case, we have to get some 100 or 200 kgs only. But when we are considering the generation term, means there is some chemical reaction. It is either expanding that mass or deaccelerating that mass, decelerating this mass. So m dot, when we consider this as a positive, we have to incorporate the term. When we consider this as a negative, we have to substitute this term. So we are considering here as a positive, so we need to incorporate the reaction term. This is minus Ra is called reaction rate. You will come to know what is this reaction rate in the chemical reaction engineering course, which probably most probably you will see in the next semester. So minus Ra, just this having units of mole per meter cube second. So we need to convert this Ra to the kg per second or gram per second. We have to multiply with the terms. So for the meter cube, for the replacement of this meter cube, we have to multiply this variable with volume. So volume of cuboid. Then in order to replace this mole, we have to multiply with molecular weight, similar to the other previously discussed one. So the overall equation will come for the generation term is equal to minus Ra Ma into delta x delta y delta z, which is nothing but a volume. So after all these terms, we have to substitute all these equation from equation 3 to 4 in equation 2, which is mass balance equation. M dot out minus m dot in plus m dot accumulation is equal to m dot generation. Then finally, after substituting in this equation, we will get this one. Now we have to assume that the total equation we have to divide with volume, total volume of a cuboid, delta x delta y delta z. So for the simplicity, in order to avoid the complexity, I have just written the this division operation here, delta x delta y delta z. Then cancel out the common terms. Then after cancelling the common terms, we will get the final equation as this one. The left out terms, total left out terms will be this one. So in this equation, equation 8, we can see that this is a complex value. Na at x, x plus delta x is a complex value, whereas this is the input value. This is a simple value. We need to convert this the complex value to yes, this simple input values. Therefore, in order to convert this variable to this variable, we have to apply a Taylor series expansion. Then Taylor series expansion, what it is saying, in order to convert the complex variable which is defined as f of x, we have to apply a function at a simplified value and the summation of its derivatives. Okay, f of x is a complex variable which is defined in terms of f of x. So we have to write in terms of f of a, which is a simple variable, plus its first order derivative into x minus a. So therefore, if we are using a computers, we can compute this Taylor series expansion up to the nth order derivative. But when we are doing manually, we can't do more than one first order. So we have to neglect the higher order variables. We have to neglect this second order derivative, second order to up to nth order derivative. We will only consider the first two variables, first two quantities f of a plus first derivative of its f of a. So in the next what we will do, we will just define, we will just compare the equations, this Taylor series expansion equation 9 and our main equation, equation 8. We'll just compare this equation. You can see that f in the Taylor series expansion, when we compare with equation 8, we can see that f is equal to nothing but na, which can takes according to their respective components x, nax, nay or naz. So x here we can define as na at x plus delta x, y plus delta y, and z plus delta z. This regards to na is regards to f. Okay, then this is a components. We have to simplify this equation to this one. So we are writing, when we are using na x plus delta x, we have to write na at x. When we are using na x y plus delta y, we have to use na at y. So using this terminology, we will just apply the Taylor series expansion into it. Then f is equal to nax, we already know, which will takes place, which will take these values, these corresponding notation scheme when we apply in a Taylor series expansion. Okay, then x similarly applies and a also similarly applies. Then finally, in order to expand Taylor series expansion, we are applying. So for the complex variable, we have this complex variable nax at x plus delta x. So we have to define it in a simple variable, which is nothing but an input variable, nax at x plus the first order derivative of this one. So first order derivative is nothing but dou by dou x of 1 factorial. 1 factorial is nothing but 1. So nax at x into multiplied by x minus e. In our formula, the x is nothing but x plus delta x, and a is nothing but minus x. So we just cancel out x. Similarly, it will apply to the next component for the y component and z component. So these equations we need to substitute in our main equation 8. So main equation 8. So already obtained Taylor series expansion formulas 10, 11, 12. We will just input into our equation 8, main equation. Then we will just observe this one. So when we substitute in place of nax at x plus delta x, we need to substitute this one for nax at x plus derivative of that term minus, this is already there in equation 8. So we will cancel out these terms. These two terms we will cancel out, and delta x here is the delta x in the denominator is there, we will cancel out these terms. So finally, the left out term is the very simple equation, which is this one. So ma into dou by dou x of nax, nay, naz, plus this is also a left out term, dou rho a by dou t is equal to minus rho into na. So this is equation 4. This is applicable only for the component A. Similarly, for the component B, we will just replace this A term with B. mb into dou by dou x of mbx plus dou by dou y of nby plus dou by dou z of nbz plus dou rho b by dou t is equal to minus rb into mb. So this is defined in equation 15. So both these equations we need to add. So equation 14 and equation 15, we need to add this equation. After adding this equation, we will get equation 16. This one, yeah. We will just consider there is no reaction present in our system. So we will neglect the right hand side terms minus Ra terms. So just simply we will put it as a 0. Then finally the left out terms after addition is this equation 16. The left out term will be this one. So instead of just this term Ma, which is molecular weight multiplied by flux equation, we will write this in the form of mass velocity. Mass velocity is nothing but, which is denoted by G, capital G, which has units of kg per meter square second. So for the total mass velocity, we can write sum of the component mass velocities. Total mass velocity capital G is equal to mass velocity of component A, which is Ga, plus mass velocity of component B, which is Gb. Then, so for the component total mass velocity is G is given as rho into U, density multiplied by velocity. So the units are just cancelled out, kg per meter square second we are getting. Similarly, for the Ma into Na, when we cancel out the units, we will also get the same units as that of mass velocity. So we can assume that rho into Ux is also equal to this quantity rho into Ua plus rho into Ub for the particular component for the particular direction. this is also equal to ma into nax plus mb into nas. Okay, this is nothing but saying that mass velocity is equal to sum of the individual mass velocities and is also equal to the product of molecular weight into fluxes. So instead of just substituting this one, we will use this one. Okay, so now this equation needs to be differentiated with respect to their component. When we are using y components, we need to differentiate with respect to y. When we are using x component, we need to differentiate with respect to x. When we are using z component, we need to differentiate with z component. So this is the case. We already differentiated with respect to y using the variable separable formulas. Variable separable is saying for when one quantity is differentiating, the other quantity needs to be outside of this differential. So first variable we are keeping outside rho. So dou ux by dou x. Then second in the second place we are keeping the second variable outside, and we are multiplying. We are doing the differentiation from the first variable dou rho by dou x. So this is also equal to, we are saying, product of molecular weight into fluxes. So this needs to be substituted in other quantities in equation 16. Therefore, we already substituted our differential values 21, 23, 22, 23 equations in equation 16. So after substituting there, we will get simply these formulas. So equation 24. Now we have to take common density values. So density values after taking out, we will get this one. So densities we are taking out. So left out terms will be this one, and velocity variables will be separated on other hand. So these variables, the left out variables we have to write, and finally we have to make certain assumptions. Okay, what are the
Shall I
assumptions?
take the class?
Sir, just 5 minutes, sir. 5 minutes.
Okay, right.
Yeah, just summarizing. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. This is as per our assumption. The first one is the assumption chemical reaction is zero. So we are considering the RHS term as zero, and at the same time we are considering our equation is at steady state. So for the steady state, we will neglect this term dou rho by dou t, which is independent of time. Then the next one we are considering our density is uniform. Uniform is nothing but independent of spatial coordinate, whether it may be x, y, or z. So now we will neglect the density is uniform. We will neglect all these terms. The left out term will be this density into all the velocities. Then finally, we will left out with these terms after applying all the three assumptions. Therefore, this equation is called a continuity equation. Okay. Just I hope you understood this one. Just thank you for listening. I'm just signing out. Thank you, sir. Cypress sir. Thank you very much. Bye, sir.
Thank you and bye, Zakir sir.
Bye, sir. Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.
Yeah.